found it. And welcome to an impromptu stream, but big news. It's over. Free at last. Romelu Lukaku is leaving Chelsea Football Club. We dreamed of days like this. We prayed for this day, guys. It's done. 45 million euros total package. Romelu Lukaku to Napoli. Here we land, or there we land, people. Wherever you want to go, here we go. There we land. It's all fucking done. Lukaku finally gone. Free at last, guys. We are free at last. It's over. The nightmare is over. No more Romelu Lukaku and Chelsea Football Club. It's done. It's done. Oh, my internet gash again, is it? Fuck's sake. Let me switch to the hotspot, people. I don't know what's going on with this bullshit, but let me switch to the hotspot so you can enjoy me in HD for this phenomenal celebration that we're gonna have. I'm just switching to the hotspot, guys. Bear with me. But yeah. It's for this. Oh, here we go. Am I looking good now, guys? Am I looking good? We should be back in the mix. Yep, I'm looking good. It's over. It's over, guys. Free at last. Get that Osimhen shirt sorted. Oh well, let's hold fire on that. But who knows, guys? Who knows? Hope Chelsea get Osimhen. Yeah, I hope so as well. Lukaku to Napoli. Fuck you, go. Yep, it's finally gone. Finally gone. It's Osimhen times. Guys, trust me, Osimhen is coming this window. It's all done verbally. They're just holding off until Lukaku's done. Brother, I hope that's the case, but I'm not sure how likely that's going to be. I don't know how likely it's going to be. But you know, I'm not thinking about that right now. We need to forget about Victor. We can't afford him and his PSG bounds. Let's see. For all things wrong with Chelsea right now, one thing is that they sell really well. Yep, that's one thing you cannot complain about. One thing you cannot moan about is that Chelsea are very good at selling footballers. And this is probably one of the most popular sales we've done in recent years. You know, in recent years. Love it. What have we got here? If we get someone clinical, I'm looking at a team that's really closed the gap between us and Arsenal. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Yes, big up. We won, guys. It's over. It's over. Yes, evening. Yeah, he's gone. He is gone. The curse is broken. Sterling next. I agree. Man's looking good. Yes, we are finally free. Finally free. Free at last. There's also links with Chukwuemeka as well to Napoli, by the way. Kepa with a linked with a loan move to Bournemouth as well. We're going to dive into all of that. But yes, this is the big news. Romelu Lukaku to Napoli. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between clubs. Chelsea accept 30 million euros fixed fee plus add-ons of up to 15 million. So 45 million potential package. Permanent transfer. Lukaku will sign 3-year deal at Napoli. This is what we all wanted. And actually, you know, after their original £25 million bid, which was rightfully laughed away and rejected, we're now here with the full price that we wanted. Yes, okay, all the bonuses might not be achieved, but we're going to get very close to, I imagine, the £38 million that we wanted and that we deserved, you know, absolutely that we wanted and that we deserved. So let's wait and see how this one pans out in terms of Victor Osimhen. Hopefully no issues with the Lukaku medical or anything like that. Obviously, you know, he's finally gone, linking back up with Antonio Conte. The nightmare is finally over, guys. The nightmare is over. Never has anyone disrespected the football club this much, in my opinion. And Conte has helped me out big time. He's helped me out big time. Not just me, but everyone. Everyone. We're all delighted that he is now finally gone. And next up, we've got to go with Victor Osimhen. That's the next thing, surely. That is surely the next thing. Good riddance. It could well be, guys. This could well be Chelsea's worst ever transfer. There's been some. I'm telling you now, there has been some. But in terms of money spent, how it worked out, like this could well be the worst Chelsea transfer of all time. I think it's right up there, people. I think it is right up there with the worst Chelsea transfer of all time. No doubt about it in my mind. A complete and utter disaster. Complete and utter disaster. But the nightmare's over. The nightmare's over. Maybe Kepa as well could be up there, although at least Kepa, did play for us for a number of seasons. But yeah, no way did it work out. After last night, I eat my words. We need Osimhen, although I like Jackson. Yeah, we need. Everyone knows we need a striker. Everyone knows we need a striker. But yeah, this one, for how it turned out with the disrespect to the football club, it's right up there. And guys, we got what we wanted in the end. We got him gone, and we got the transfer fee that we fully deserved. And I don't usually wish people ill or don't wish people well when they move on. But apparently as well, Chelsea have also got a 30% sell-on clause, according to Damartio. So not only are we going to get pretty much our 38 million pound release clause, there is also a sell-on clause for inevitably when it all goes wrong with Conte and Lukaku at Napoli, and they probably end up parting ways. I don't know how long Lukaku, I don't know how long he's going to last at Napoli Conte, but obviously, let's wait and see. He's clearly, Lukaku's come in for Antonio Conte. No denying it at all. And this is the one time where I think with transfer issues, or just issues surrounding Chelsea in general, all Chelsea fans are united and have the exact same feeling on this transfer. They are all absolutely delighted that this has happened and he's finally gone. We're all absolutely delighted by that, because it was time to go. It was time to go. This has been 2-3 years in the making now. 2 or 3 years in the making, which is crazy. 2 or 3 years now. But it's over. It's over. And not many things unite the Chelsea fan base, but this is exactly one thing that does unite the fan base, and that is Romelu Lukaku's departure. £38 million. Absolutely wonderful. Straight into the bank account. Wonderful. And we finally got a bit of good news coming out of Chelsea, where there's not been an awful lot of good news in time gone by. But yeah, this is a cause for celebration, people. A cause for celebration. Free at last. I can't remember. Some famous person said free at last. I don't know who it was, but pretty certain that was a famous quote by someone, free at last, or I could have completely imagined that. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does, to be perfectly honest. But we've done it again. And do you know what's mad, right? Is this £38 million here that we're going to eventually get, this would end up being a record sale for Arsenal. Arsenal's record sale, I think, is about 35 million. So this would end up being a record sale for Arsenal, which is crazy when you think about it. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, we've agreed. We've agreed. 30% sell-on clause as well is crazy. That's really good. I doubt Lukaku does 3 years at Napoli. I personally don't see it. But we've got a sell-on clause as well, which is really good news. And you know what? We can never forget how he disrespected the football club. And he's ever since that interview, he's been bad vibes. And he's struggled wherever he's gone since that interview. That interview seemed to be the turning point. You know, nothing's really gone to plan for Lukaku since then, and he brought ultimate disrespect on the football club. And for that reason, I will not be wishing him well in Napoli. But I'm just glad that we don't have to. We just don't have to think about this ever again. This is done. The chapter is closed. Yes, we wasted £97.5 million on this, brother, but we just have to put that down as a big mistake. But the nightmare's over. The nightmare is over. We can finally celebrate. We can finally move. Verbal agreement is all in place. Chelsea's valuation has been met, and Lukaku is gone. Yes. Absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted. He's won in Roma, and what's he won in Roma and Lazio? Who are we talking about? Oh, what? Who are we talking about here? Lukaku and Broja, both great deals. Yeah, both brilliant deals. Really good deals. It's just a shame that some of our incoming transfer business hasn't been quite as good as that, isn't it? That's just a little bit of a shame, but we're free at last, guys. You know, and one thing you cannot knock Chelsea for is how good they are at selling players, because we are absolutely phenomenal at selling players. Phenomenal. Guys, we're 15 subscribers away, by the way, from 11.3k. Let's celebrate. Let's make this a double celebration. 278 in the building already. Keep smashing that like button. Keep subscribing to the channel if you are new around here as well. Lukaku's gone. Let's make it a double whammy and get to 11.3k. 15 more subscribers, 288 in the building. Big love to everyone, guys. Keep smashing that like button. Keep subscribing to the channel. 25 likes away from the 100 likes mark as well. So run it up, run it up. What are you lot saying in the chat? Sorry, I've not quite looked at the chat that much yet. Let's have a look. It's a club jinx when it comes to strikers, but I hope Osimhen will at least score 15 goals if he ends up with us. Well, I pretty well hope so, but yeah, I hear it. Deadwood is out of our club finally. Yes, Chelsea are brilliant in business. It's never easy dealing with Napoli owners. Yeah, De Laurentiis is notoriously hard to deal with. Yep, transfer window slam shut next week. Next Friday, 11 p.m. is the end of the transfer window. Next Friday, 11 p.m. Yeah, this brother wasn't even at Lazio. He was at Roma on loan last season. Hopefully the fake fans will also leave next too. I hope so, brother. Aside from Golding and Odoi, never sold anyone else for below 20 mil. I mean, I don't know that for certain because I know we've sold a lot of players, but yeah, maybe that does sound about right. Maybe that sounds about right. But we are absolutely cooking, people. Big celebrations. This is a big boost that we needed. Yes, big up, brother. Big up, big up. 30% sell-on might not be too bad if he goes to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, absolutely. I suspect Lukaku probably will finish his career in Saudi Arabia potentially. So a 30% sell-on clause is a big plus. A big plus for us. Is Chelsea signing Osimhen? That is the question that everyone wants to know the answer to. And that is a question that I don't have the answer to. But all I can say is, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. But, you know, this time next week, guys, we'll probably have an answer on whether Victor Osimhen is coming to Chelsea. We'll have the answer this time next week, guys. This time next week, the answer will be there. One thing for sure is that we're not getting any discount on Osimhen. No. There's no discount on Osimhen. It'll be a loan. The best we can do, guys, with Victor Osimhen will be a loan with an obligation. That's the best we're gonna do on this one. The absolute best we're gonna do. Loan with obligation for Victor Osimhen and Chelsea. I don't see us doing anything better than that. You know, that's what we're going to get. If it goes through, that is what it will be. Chilwell, Raheem and Kepa, others on the list now. Yep, these brothers all need to go as well. They're up next. As Goldberg says, if you like your wrestling, you're next. That was a really bad impression, but you know, you get what I'm saying. These men are next. These lot are going to be moving on. Yes, au revoir, arrivederci, sayonara, whatever other languages there are. Auf Wiedersehen. That's about it for my other languages. Lukaku, goodbye, brother. Goodbye. We persisted so much on 40 mil plus for Lukaku, it's going to be even harder to bring in Osimhen. No, we got what we asked for at the end of the day. Like Napoli knew the stipulations. I don't think we particularly played hardball on this one at all. I really don't think we've played hardball on it. But it's with Osimhen, it's the hope that kills you. It's the hope that kills you with Osimhen, you know. It really is the hope that kills you, because you know, we are looking at a situation where it would seem so obvious, guys, as we've discussed before, it would seem so obvious for Victor Osimhen to come to Chelsea. That would seem the most obvious thing in the world right now. There's a deal there to be done, but what a day. Bank holiday weekend in the UK as well. Lukaku's gone. Happy fucking Friday, people. Get in there. Get in there, get in there, get in there. It's a massive, massive relief for us, a huge relief. I would arguably say the most important sale we're going to make this summer. You know, the most important sale. And look, I think we've negotiated it really well. I do believe that we've negotiated this one very, very well, guys. One problem solved. Now it's about sorting out the remaining issues at the club. I don't know if PSG are in pole position necessarily. You know, obviously we know that Osimhen has given the green light to move to PSG. Personal terms absolutely wouldn't be an issue there. They freed up a lot of money through Kylian Mbappe's departure. And you know, if they can agree some sort of transfer fee with Napoli, then he will absolutely go to PSG. I think we're going to be at the point now where I would expect an Osimhen departure will be a loan with an obligation, wherever that ends up being. Loan with obligation, that will be that's the one for me. Like I don't see anyone paying for him permanently. But let's have it right, guys. He's not going to be at Napoli. That's one thing for certain. He will not be at Napoli. Where he's going to be is anyone's guess. I would love to have Zola that side, Frame shirt the other side, Osimhen shirt on the wall as well. But I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get that or not, people. I don't know if we're going to get it, but I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Kevin Keegan settings, I would love that. So, yeah, guys, we're 7 subscribers away, 423 in the building. Loads of you are enjoying this memorable day. This is a momentous occasion in Chelsea Football Club history. Gone. Romelu Lukaku. Napoli must know Osimhen having now coughed up for Lukaku. I don't know. How would you rate the Blues transfer window so far? Okay, I think the additions of Neto makes it better. Obviously, Joao Felix, for most people, you know, makes it a bit better as well. And I suppose from a squad perspective, it does slightly improve things. I'm still on the thought process that it's okay at the moment. It's okay / good. I'm not like, if we don't get a striker, then I can't classify it as a good window, because I just think it's the most obvious position that needs addressing. But yeah, I'd rate it as sort of an okay to good. PSG they've expressed interest in Lookman. Doesn't mean it's definitely happening. Doesn't mean it's happening at all. But it is the Lukaku leaving party. If it's priced with a 30% sell-on clause, I have already seen it. I've already seen it if it's priced with a if it's the sell-on clause. But I will double check anyway. I will double check if there's anything new. Let me just check if there's anything new. I don't think there is anything new. But yeah, what was I saying? Victor Osimhen is the next one, guys. He is the one that we must line up. We must. We must. Brother, if Osimhen comes, it will be a loan deal first. It'll be if it's a loan, it'll be a loan, and then it'll be with a view to probably a 6+1 contract or a 5+1. It'll be 6-year contracts. That's what everyone seems to get at the football club. It'll be a 6+1 or a 5+1, depending. I wouldn't go as far as a disaster. I think disaster is a bit strong, but yeah, it would absolutely be a problem if we don't get a striker in. I'm fully aware of that it would be a big issue if we did not get a striker in this window. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. Good to see you back off the donkey, bro. If we don't get a striker, we will struggle big time. I don't know if we'll struggle big time, but it will be a problem. No, there's no other strikers really linked to Chelsea at the moment. Obviously we expressed interest in John Duran earlier this window. Obviously Samuel Morodion fell through. No loan, meaning like a straight loan. Loan with an obligation gives some permanency to the deal. So a loan with an obligation would be accepted in my view. A loan with an obligation would absolutely be accepted. But yeah, straight loan, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yes. That's next up, brother. That's next on the waiting list. I mean, Chalobah, I think I would love Chalobah to stay. But yeah, Chilwell, Sterling and Kepa are definitely next up on the list. I've got no idea. I don't think he'd be disappointed in getting Victor Osimhen. No. Whether he actually wants him, I'm not sure. I think he's open to anyone that would help improve the team. And Victor Osimhen does exactly that. He will massively improve this team. No doubt about it. He will hugely improve the team. I wonder if the board switched up on Gyökeres. They wanted him at one point. I don't know how much they did want Gyökeres. Everything is very, very quiet surrounding Victor Gyökeres. So yeah, I'm not sure if that would be the case or not. I'm a little bit unsure on that. I don't think Gyökeres is going to be going anywhere this summer. No, Napoli know that Osimhen's going this summer. It's just it's just how the deal is going to be structured. They know full well that he's gone. Osimhen's not part of the plans. He's not training with the squad. He's training on his own. He's not played much football. So yeah, I think we should keep our options open when it comes to strikers, because if Osimhen is not coming, what then? Well, to be fair, what then would likely be revisiting someone we've already had previous interest in, like a John Duran, for example. I mean, look, could a late move for Ivan Toney still be a possibility? Al Ali in the Saudi Pro League, they want an answer from Toney by Monday on whether he is going to join Al Ali. If he doesn't join Al Ali, then there's a possibility that maybe Chelsea could move if a move for Victor Osimhen proves too difficult. I don't know the answer to all these questions, but yeah, like if it's not Osimhen, maybe Ivan Toney, otherwise maybe John Duran. But I honestly don't have, I haven't got the answers to all this. They put about 80-90 million on in that January window. Yeah, they did. But anyway, let's move away from Lukaku. Let's move on to Victor Osimhen then, because Lukaku is done. So this was a report that came out from the Telegraph earlier. Romelu Lukaku to Napoli could open up the door for Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. Telegraph Sport understands Osimhen is Chelsea's top target before the transfer window ends. It is the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you. So we know there's a verbal agreement there in place, but it's the hope that kills you, guys. Let's see what this article in the Telegraph is saying. Any, additional details on proceedings. Are there any additional details? Probably not. Let's have a quick look. Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea head coach, has said that the club will attempt to sign a number 9 before the end of the transfer window. If we have the chance to bring a 9 in that can help us and make the difference, then we're going to try. Osimhen's future has been a subject of continued speculation for months, with a 25-year-old now in the final 2 years of his Napoli contract. Telegraph Sport reported in November last year that Osimhen was Chelsea's top target for the centre-forward position, and that is understood to remain the case as the transfer window approaches its final days. Osimhen scored 48 goals in all competitions in his last 2 seasons at Napoli and is widely regarded as one of the leading strikers in world football. He played a key role in the 22-23 season as Napoli won their first Serie A title in 33 years. Let's have a look. What else? No, there's not that. That's it, basically. That's it right now. He's a top target, and the deal's there to be done, and we're just gonna have to wait on him. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens, guys. That's all we can do. Wait and see what happens. Charlie, we need agent Drogba to help get Osimhen to Chelsea. I mean, look, we've had Mikel, Drogba, etc. trying on these things. I don't know how much difference that's ultimately really making. The deal's there to be done. What it's going to come down to is Osimhen's wages, and it's going to come down to what sort of obligation, what price are Napoli going to want in an obligation? What kind of price are they going to want? Because it's not going to be the release clause obligation. We definitely won't agree to that. Would we agree to 80, 90 million pounds fees that have been touted? I think that's a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's great. To be honest, I don't think that's something that we would pay. But I really don't know. This one could really go any way. But one thing I can say, guys, is that for definite, we are going to be looking. Like a deal for Osimhen is very much on the table. There's a week left, and Napoli need this guy gone. They are going to have to. Accept sort of terms that they didn't want to accept on this deal because time is running out and the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Guys, we're 3 subscribers away from 11.3k. Keep smashing that subscribe button, guys. We're 398 in the building. 398 in the building. 3 more subscribers, guys. That's all we need to 11.3k. So keep smashing that subscribe button. 3 of you lovely people, smash that subscribe button. And run the likes up as well, guys. We're almost 400 in the building, only 154 likes. Let's get this to 200 likes as quickly as possible, guys. That is the target on the likes. Let's run it up, run it up. Nah, Sancho's not going to come to Chelsea. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was a former teammate of his in the Nigeria national team, and he's just attention seeking. Absolute bollocks, really. In my view, yeah, Osimhen could well be the game changer. He could be, and if he does come in, there's literally no excuses whatsoever. 0 excuses at all for anything. 0 excuses at all. If Osimhen comes in, not to make the top 4. Only problem is, though, he's not going to be match fit. He's been training away. So, yeah, that's not optimal. That's not ideal. But at the same time, it's better to have him in than not have him. But it'll take him a little bit of time to get up to speed. It will take a little bit of time to get up to speed for Osimhen. And there'd have to be patience. But this is it now. This is crunch time. Lukaku is gone. All focus on Victor Osimhen now. Yes, of course, outgoings, Kepa, Chilwell, Sterling, etc. Sure, all outgoings, that they're important, but we can really concentrate now on this with Napoli. The main negotiations done in terms of Romelu Lukaku. So let's see what we can do from this deal. Let's see what we can work out. Playing Osimhen 250k plus bonuses is what is likely to happen. Nobody's going to be paid more than Reece in order to preserve the dressing room. Look, the only way that Osimhen's going to come is if he accepts, a lower base salary, but bonuses can take it up to what he was earning at Napoli. But there's no way he's going to get a higher base wage than anyone else at the club, in my view. Chelsea have honestly played the Osimhen deal perfectly. Like you said, the window is closing and Napoli will have to give in if they want to sell him. Yeah, look, I'm not saying they're going to give in to Chelsea, but Napoli are going to have to give in to someone and accept a deal that they didn't particularly want to for Osimhen because there's such little time left and he still hasn't gone, and there's not been an awful lot of suitors for him. So yeah, Napoli are slightly backed into a corner here, like we're going to be slightly backed into a corner when we're going to be trying to sell some of the players we're looking to get rid of, because clubs know we're desperate and they're going to take advantage of that with low ball offers. You know, that's just the way it is, guys. That is just the way it is. People, we're still 25 likes from 200. Let's get it moving. Let's get it moving, guys. Honestly, I see Osimhen really struggling in Maresca's style of play. I'm sure that's something that would have been considered. I'm sure that's something that would have been thought about. It has to have been something that's been thought about. It simply has to have been. I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't have been thought about. Do you think we as fans are pushing even harder for Osimhen because of all the uncertainty going on? I don't know. I always maintained that we needed a striker. Always maintained that we needed a striker. Yes, Jackson did really well last season, and I'm a big fan of him. But it's clear that we do need someone else a bit more established. Take some of that pressure off Jackson. Someone else for him to learn from, which will absolutely, help develop his game. Do I think fans are pushing harder now because of all the uncertainty going on? No, I don't think so. I certainly haven't come across fans that have suddenly changed their mind. I think most fans that I've spoken to and interacted with are very much of the opinion that we need a striker. You know, I think many Chelsea fans think that. Who would be your top 3 centre-back picks to purchase? Keeper of choice, if I could have any goalkeeper. Keeper of choice would probably be Jan Oblak at Atletico Madrid. I quite like him. Top 3 centre-backs to purchase. Jesus. I have to say William Saliba. Great, probably one of the best centre-backs in the league. I'd say William Saliba. Maybe Ruben Diaz. And maybe Virgil van Dijk as well. But again, yeah, like Rudiger, I think is great. Militao is very underrated as well. There's a lot of options. Brother, you probably won't be the only one. You probably wouldn't be the only one. Did Napoli lower his... no, the release clause is around £113 million, but they're going to have to lower their price because no one is... no one's going to pay that. No one is paying that. So they are going to have to lower their price. Gyökeres has got 100 million euros release clause. I think he's around 24, 25. Don't know what his wages are, but I can't imagine they're particularly high. I think Osimhen/Gyökeres will be fine. Gyökeres is not coming. Gyökeres is not coming, guys. Mikel praised one of the directors. Yeah, that'd be a first, wouldn't it? Mikel speaking of Chelsea in a positive light. Whenever I hear him speak recently, it's always negative, negative, negative. Maybe it's a hint we get Osimhen. Look, I think perhaps people are reading a little bit too much into things. I'm not saying we're not going to get Osimhen, but you know, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see on that one. Would you sell Madueke to finance Osimhen? No, I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't. Absolutely wouldn't. What do you mean, where's Fofana? He wasn't in the squad on Thursday night because he was being rested because he's not played a lot of football recently. But yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. Or do you mean Datro Fofana? I don't know. Yeah, brother, that's never going to happen. Yeah, in theory, fantastic, wonderful, sounds great, but that's definitely not happening. That's definitely not happening. True, yeah. Emiliano Martinez from Villa would also be very good. I absolutely hear you on that front. Guys, we're 10 likes away from 200. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds. Let's run this up to the 200 likes, guys. Let's run it up, run it up, run it up. Come on, people. Let's get there and keep smashing that subscribe button as well. We're past 11.3. Let's head towards 11.4 now as well, guys. Keep hitting the subscribe button if you're new around here. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Over 400 people in the building. Let's head towards 11.4 now. Let's keep it moving, people. Really appreciate everyone in here and all the support tonight on a momentous occasion on this Friday night. Romelu, for those of you just joining, Romelu Lukaku gone. Free at last. 45 million euros total package. 30 million euros up front with 15 million in additional add-ons, getting Chelsea the 45 million euros, the 38 million pound exit clause that they were wanting. Brother, I honestly think if it's not Osimhen, I think there's a chance that no one comes. I think there's a chance that no one comes. I really do. And that might sound kind of crazy, but I genuinely think there's a chance that no one comes if Osimhen doesn't come in. I'd like to think we'd make a move for Ivan Toney, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. I don't feel that's gonna be the case, but we will wait and see. And look, you know, we're in a position now, guys, where, you know, the only way we're going to go for Osimhen this summer is, one, he's left in a position where he hasn't really got a club to go to, which is kind of where he's at right now. Napoli lower the fee, which it looks like they're going to have to do because there's only a week left in the window. And he lowers his wage demands, which he's going to have to do in order to seal a move because no move has happened yet. And, you know, it feels like now Chelsea have got Osimhen exactly where they want him. He's backed into a corner here, and he may well have to accept a deal on our terms, which, maybe, as someone said in the chat earlier, you know, we've played a blinder on this one because Osimhen is now backed into a corner. You know, he's backed into a corner, and he's going to have to change his demands, and as are Napoli. So we have kind of played a blinder on this one. We really have. We really have. Bit of a blinder on this one. He's backed into a corner. I'm not saying he's definitely going to come. It will be a loan with an obligation if he does come. But we have played this very, very well. Very, very well, guys. You know, we've played a blinder here. I really do think we have played a blinder, guys. Whether it works out for us or not, but we've got Osimhen exactly where we want him. He's backed into a corner, and something's got to give, guys. Something has to give. And it doesn't have to give on the Chelsea side. It has to give on the Osimhen and the Napoli side. That's what it has to give on. So we're in a strong position here, but I'm fully aware that other clubs could just appear out of nowhere. Fully aware other clubs could appear out of nowhere. You know, and that's something we have to be wary of. And maybe we're now going to start to see, well, in the next few days, we're absolutely going to start to see an action in this deal because the clock is very much ticking. Surely a lot of groundwork must have been done by now. It must have been done by now. You know, there's been conversations. You know, this won't be a fresh set of negotiations starting from scratch. You know, it won't be a fresh set of negotiations starting from scratch. But it, like, you know, we must have established quite a lot of things by now on this deal. So let's hope that is the case. I'd be shocked. There's no way we're starting from scratch on this. Absolutely no way. No way whatsoever. So we must be in a good position. We have to be in a good position here. We simply have to be in a good position. Is he going to PSG? I don't know the answer to that, but we are surely in a very, very good position here, guys. PSG backed out from the race. Well, look, reports in France saying they've called their interest. I would take that with a massive pinch of salt. They're probably biding their time. They could well enter the race late. We know that Osimhen's already said he would be happy to go to PSG. So, yeah, this is kind of where we're at the moment, guys. Is that Osimhen would be happy to go to PSG. We know that they would pay his salary. They've got salary. They've got, plenty of money following the departure of Kylian Mbappe in terms of, wages, transfer fee, that sort of a thing. But I think they would go for a loan deal as well. I don't think anyone's buying Osimhen permanently this summer unless it's Saudi Arabia, which would be a massive, massive shame for one of the world's best strikers to move to Saudi Arabia. But let's see. I like Guiu. I think he shows promise. I think he's going to be a good player. But I absolutely agree that he probably should be heading on loan somewhere. Not should be. Absolutely needs to be heading on loan somewhere, in my view. Particularly if a striker comes in now. But yeah, guys, keep smashing the like button, people. 230 likes. What are we on? 418 still in the building. Let's get this to 300 likes, guys. This is a 300 likes stream, 100% people. So keep smashing that like button and keep subscribing if you're new around here as well. We are climbing towards 11.4k. We're climbing, people. We are climbing. So let's make sure that we keep going, guys. Just a slight change of pace, by the way, people. Slight change of pace here, because a lot is made of Chelsea's financial situation and whatnot, the money we spend on players and all this. Ben Jacobs has put out a tweet, and it's Chelsea have spent £204 million in fixed fees this summer, or 238 if Esteval, agreed now for 2025, is included. They have sold players for £148 million, presuming Lukaku goes through, and have a potential £30 million Broja obligation should his move to Ipswich be finalised and they stay up. Sterling, Petrovic, Kepa, Chilwell, Chalobah, Disasi and Chukwuemeka could all command fees in the next 7 days, albeit some only loan ones, and potentially take Chelsea's net spend in the summer to close to nothing. And Chelsea confident they are PSR compliant for 23-24 and 24-25. Finally, someone, and big up to Ben Jacobs, finally someone that is reporting stuff on Chelsea accurately and with no agenda. Oh, they're spending so much money. Oh, how is it possible? Oh, they're breaching PSR, all these contracts, all this and that. How are they getting away with this? No, stop that nonsense. This is what we do. We are very, very good at selling footballers. Whether you agree with some of the transfer business we've done or you agree with the policy, that is a separate conversation. But we are very, very good at selling players. Very good at it. And, if Sterling goes, if Chilwell goes and whatnot, if we somehow get close to a net spend of nothing, which is possible, it's about 50 odd million pounds, which I'd like to think we'd get from some of that from those players, then it's going to be close to a net spend of zero. That's pretty good going. Pretty good going. Yeah, of course they do. A lot of media outlets do at the moment. A lot of media outlets do, because Chelsea are easy clicks. Easy clicks. And that's how it is right now. Chelsea are an easy target, and people will just say anything and everything about the club without actually really knowing what's going on. So yeah. There we are. There we are. Who's naive? Me? What's this is factually correct. This is factually correct. We've sold these players. No, mate, no one's talking about anyone's transfer business other than Chelsea's transfer business is the only thing that seems to get mate, that doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. Just because someone's played the game, it doesn't mean they got any idea what they're talking about in the Chelsea, finances situation of the club. TalkSport and Sky have, look, Sky, I think, has fallen off big time. Used to be, the go-to outlet, and it certainly isn't anymore. There's some good people on there, but generally speaking, I think across the board, it has taken a bit of a dip, in my opinion. Still some very good reporters on there, and some good stuff. TalkSport is really just clicks. There's a few good opinions on there, but they are obviously few and far between. I think Chelsea don't care how much money owners made. We care about games. Yeah, of course. What's going on here? Is there new news? Am I seeing new news? Let's have a look. Here we go. This is it here. Let's move away from that. No, they don't. You think someone like Gabriel Agbonleh or Jamie O'Hara, you take their opinions as gospel. What? Because they played the game. That just isn't the case. Sure, playing football. Yeah, of course they kind of know what they're talking about. But the fact that seemingly taking it as gospel as what former players say just because they played the game is nonsense. There's plenty of former players that have got absolutely no idea what they're talking about. Absolutely no idea whatsoever. Anyway, let's get on this. Let's get on this one. Osimhen's future will be clear next week, whether it's PSG, Chelsea, Saudi, or whoever, not today or this week. So nothing over the weekend in regards to Victor Osimhen. And yeah, this is going right up to the deadline, people. Right to the deadline. I'll tell you what, I'm nervous about this one. Nervous about this one, for sure. Nervous. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how this one pans out. But yeah, that's where we're at with Osimhen. Let's move on to a few other outgoings, a few other bits and pieces. No, I don't think we're risking a transfer ban. No, we may well get a transfer ban once the investigation into Roman's wrongdoings is concluded. We could well find ourselves in a situation where we do get a transfer ban. But let's wait and see what happens on that one. Let's wait and see what happens. I'd like Tony more than Osimhen. Fair enough. No, no, he's just switched his representatives. There's nothing to read into that. I mean, of course, people are going to read into it what they want to, but no, there's absolutely nothing to read into that situation. No, we've got Pedro Neto now, so that slightly softens the blow. Are Napoli going to take notes from Chelsea and force Osimhen out? Well, it's not, no one's forcing anyone out. The situation is clear. Osimhen will leave the football club. It's just obviously it's going to go to the distance, and it's going to be on terms that Napoli that maybe aren't particularly favourable to Napoli. But yeah, let's move away from that. There's a few little bits and pieces to tie up. Let's start with this from Price on his personal account. Chelsea have had multiple clubs indicate willingness to pay 25 mil for Chalobah. However, he says no. No one so far interests him. And do you know what? You know, he is well within his rights. He's got 4 years left on his contract to say no to a move if he doesn't want it. Now, obviously, it's clear it's going to be in his best interests to find a move. And I've got no idea what's gonna happen with Chalobah if he ends up staying at the football club, because it's certainly not going to be in his best interests to stay at Chelsea. He's lost his shirt number. Can he force his way back into the setup if he ends up staying? That would be quite some turnaround. But he obviously can't just train with the 21s all season and not play any football. So I don't know what the solution is going to be there. Guys, we're still 50 likes away from 300. Keep smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do. Run it up, guys. Let's get this to 300 likes. We're just shy of 400 people in the building. 50 likes remaining. So please do run it up, people. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Please make sure you do that. Please make sure you are doing that, guys. It's got to be done. It has to be done. So let's get there. Let's get there. Chalobah should cost more than 45. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. He's a 45 million pound footballer. You know, 25 million is disrespectful. That is a disrespect. No other way of looking at it. 25 million pounds is a disrespect. I hope so. He really deserves to play for Chelsea. The only reason we might get a ban is because our owners found a couple of irregularities in the books, guys. Yeah, no, it's not because of the new owners. No, it's nothing to do with the new owners. Yeah, brother, that is exactly it. Dragging till deadline day. People have really been hating on Badiashile, but his game has been changing. We didn't concede against Servette, and Vega has captain traits. Badiashile was okay against Servette. He wasn't amazing. Can Chelsea close the Osimhen deal? I hope so. But look, Chalobah's got a week to find a club. I don't know if he's going to have to end up accepting one of these moves that he doesn't particularly want. That could end up being the case. He may well end up accepting a move which he doesn't really want. And that's just going to be the way it is. That is just going to be the way it is. But he's well within his rights to not accept any move that he doesn't want to. But you know, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how it develops, guys. We will wait and see how this one develops in due course. Absolutely wait and see how it develops in due course. There's other news as well. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me just find it now. Ben Chilwell, as of tonight, has no suitors. Situation could develop quickly, as with many this late in the window. I'm not surprised to hear that there's no suitors for Ben Chilwell. I'm really not. I think he's in a difficult position, really. You know, obviously, you know, he's only 27. You know, that's not an issue, but injury record is not good, and you know, his form's not been good for a couple of years now. He last played consistently probably 2 years ago. And, you know, I don't know who's looking for a left back. I don't know what caliber of team would take a punt on him. But it doesn't surprise me if this is the case that there's no suitors for Ben Chilwell. That really doesn't surprise me in any way whatsoever. Doesn't surprise me at all. So let's wait and see what happens. Reportedly, he was offered to Man United. I don't know how true that is. But yeah, look, it's all very well, you know, getting rid of it, saying, you know, these players are surplus to requirements, so you want to get rid of them. But it could be quite difficult to move these guys on. It really could be a tricky task, people. Any news regarding Petrovic? I think there is actually. Let's have a quick look here. Petrovic doesn't want to join Strasbourg. Chelsea want him to play under Rossignol to develop ball playing, as the plan this summer was to sell Sanchez but had zero interest. Chelsea will try to convince him, and if not, try for another solution. Guys, I've said this all summer. I said it all summer, and people were yeah, to be fair, I am drinking from the Aston Villa water bottle. Yeah, don't hate. Yeah, got it from the old hospitality in Villa Park last season. It's a nice water bottle, you know. Shame about it's got that badge on it, but you know, I don't. It's not a huge issue. But yeah, look, guys, this is what I was saying. That the plan was to sell Robert Sanchez this summer. There were no takers. I said to you guys that there was no takers for Robert Sanchez, which is why Petrovic has become the fall guy, because there's no one wants to take a punt on Robert Sanchez because he's dog shit. That's why. Because he's shit. And now we're in a situation where Petrovic's Chelsea career might not be over. If he does accept that loan, then let's wait and see. But that could be a good loan. Learn to play out from the back with Liam Rossignol at Strasbourg. And then maybe he can come back to Chelsea next summer and he's got a chance of resurrecting his career. No, I've not watched that back yet. I've watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it though, but I will have a look. But yeah, look, I don't know what other solutions there are for Petrovic. Admittedly, a move to Strasbourg probably is a little bit of a step down and something that he probably wouldn't be prepared to accept. But yeah, I don't really know what the solution is going to be for Petrovic, but I think it will be a loan. I'd be surprised if it was anything else. Guys, keep subscribing to the channel if you're new around here as well. Let's try and get this to 11,350 if we can. Keep smashing that like button as well. Run up the subscribers, people. Still 331 in the building. 15 subscribers away from 11,350. Let's see how close we can get to that, guys. Keep smashing the like button as well. 265, that's 75859. 35 likes, people, to 300. Let's get it done. Let's get it done, guys. Now, brother, come on. I feel Disasi is getting sold. I don't know how much interest there is in Disasi. Yes, there's potential interest from Newcastle if the Gurhey deal doesn't happen. Looks like that one's going to drag on. Sanchez is more experienced. He's decent. Bro, Sanchez is not decent. Come on. Maresco's busy saying Sanchez is number one. I think he's not making these decisions. No, I don't know why Sanchez will not be number one for much longer. That is a deal that will get done very, very quickly. What about Chile? At this point in time, there's no suitors for him, reportedly. Reportedly, no suitors for Ben Chilwell. Sanchez will obviously start on Sunday. I think we all know that. We're all fully prepared for that. Bro, it's been 2 games. I don't think we could be saying that after 2 games. You know, give it 10 Premier League games at least, and let's see how it pans out. Let's see how it pans out. But you know, I'm not coming to any conclusions after 2 matches that this is dog shit. Sanchez makes me nervous. Yep, I agree. I think Sanchez is the second worst goalkeeper Chelsea had in the last 10 years. Next worst, Asmir Begovic. Yeah, maybe. No, he's not. I don't know how people are thinking that, but he absolutely isn't, guys. He absolutely is not, in my opinion. I like him. 14 Premier League goals in his first season. Great return. Could have easily been 20 if his finishing was better. Needs to brush up on that. His all-round game's good. I like him. There's a really good player there. I honestly, I've had this thought so many times. I've got absolutely no idea what this lot see in Robert Sanchez. What are they seeing at Cobham? Because they can't be seeing anything in the games. They cannot be seeing anything in the games. It's impossible. They simply cannot be. They simply cannot be seeing anything in the games. Man, Palmer must play in the 10 on Sunday. And Nkunku's not. No, Nkunku is good in that position. Is part. I don't know where Palmer's going to play. But we will have to. We'll have to wait and see, guys. We will have to wait and see how we get on that front. No, I don't know how we're going to get on that front. The Gaff don't know Sanchez plays EPL and Philip Cup games, but it could change. Yeah, and I think I think it will change, and it won't take very long for it to change, in my view. Sanchez is shit, guys. We know that. Well, it wasn't even them. It was fucking Ben Roberts, the goalkeeping coach that came from Brighton, that suggested Chelsea should go and buy him. So, I mean, quite how he got in a position where he's having so much say on a transfer is beyond me. But yeah, a deal for Sanchez is a shocker. No updates on Osimhen other than it's going to go into next week. There will be no decision this week. The decision will be taken next week on Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. One other thing that was a strange one, guys, to cover. A really odd one. Let me just bring it up now. Where are we? Let me just find it. This is one of the most random ones of the window, I feel. One of the most random ones of the window. And it was this one here. Kepa, Bournemouth working on a loan deal for Kepa. I was not expecting to see that today. I was not expecting to see that at all. Bournemouth working on deal to sign Kepa on loan from Chelsea. Bournemouth in talks with Chelsea, 29-year-old's top target, but other options include Ramsdale, and there's also interest from other clubs. Contract runs out in 2025, so he would need to extend his deal before moving. I can kind of see Kepa to Bournemouth making a little bit of sense, in all honesty. I can sort of see that making some sense. But at the same time, obviously because of a Spanish manager in Iriola, but yeah, at the same time, I'm not 100% sure this is going to be one that happens. Just because Chelsea aren't going to extend Kepa's contract. You know, they're not going to extend it unless it was a loan with an obligation and they just extend it. Then maybe. But I don't know what other options there are. We don't need another goalkeeper. We don't need another goalkeeper. Yeah, clubs do want our players. You know, they're not like obviously not really good enough for Chelsea, but these aren't dog shit players like many people would have you think. They absolutely aren't. But yeah, this was a real surprise. I have to be honest. No, that's not true at all. Pep was asked about would Sterling come back to City, and he just said he's a Chelsea player. Like Sterling is not going back to Man City. That is absolutely abundantly clear. But yeah, this was a really random one. But as I say, can I see Chelsea extending Kepa's contract? I'm not sure. If it was a contract extension, it would have to be on far less money than he's on now. I don't know what other clubs are interested. It looks like that move to Real Madrid that he's been holding out for probably isn't going to happen. So yeah, this is very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. We will wait and see what happens. But yeah, I just thought that was a real surprise one. No, there's no way Sterling stays, brother. There's no way now. I cannot see that. He's lost his shirt number. He's training away from the group. That simply isn't happening. But yeah, that's. I don't see Kepa going on loan to Bournemouth. Sorry. Yeah, and look, if he remains at the club, why couldn't he potentially get himself back into the squad? There's every chance that he, that he could. But yeah, guys, I am gonna round this one out here. Big up to everyone that's tuned in tonight. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Love for all the support on this momentous day. Romelu Lukaku is no longer a Chelsea player if you are joining late. No longer a Chelsea player. 45 million euro deal agreed with Napoli. 30 million euros plus 15 million in bonuses gets Chelsea 45 million euros, which is a 38 million pound release clause. So yeah, big news. Osimhen future will be decided next week, plus obviously further news on outgoings as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Big love for all the support as always. People, please smash that like button on the way out, by the way. We're 12 likes away from 300. Let's get that on the way out, guys. Come on. Still 256 in the building. Let's get those final 12 likes on the way out, people. Get this to 300. Keep subscribing to the channel if you're new around here as well. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, guys, love. I'll be back tomorrow. There's an opposition preview being uploaded tomorrow morning with Dave from Talking Wolves for the Wolves perspective on things, what to expect. So make sure you tune into that one. I will be back tomorrow with a live stream if there's enough news. If not, there'll be an upload for my thoughts on the Wolves game. Anyway, guys, love. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great day tomorrow, and we'll catch up then. Smash the likes, subscribe, up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.